Good day, dear students. I am Fanny, Assistant Professor in the Department of Commerce SF in Fatima College. And in today's module, we are going to learn how to create vouchers. So, first let us start with the creation of a company. So, for creation of the company, we have to go into this create and we have to start creating the company. So, the name of the company is Commerce. So we have to give the place as that is India. In India, we have to give the state as Tamil Nadu. And we can also give a pin code 625018. And if you have telephone number, you can give, and other information can be given as per required. So I am just accepting the company. So now my company is created. Okay, so I have created my company and the name of my company is Commerce. So now let us go into this voucher and I would like to tell you something about this voucher. So we have different types of voucher, and the first one we have, the one which we have is contra. So in contra, you can make entries for which you will be having both on debit as well as credit as cash, bank or petty cash. So if you have any transactions which are involving cash, bank or petty cash in your debit as well as your credit will be entered here. So next you have this, so the shortcut for your contra is F4. And next we have this F5, and F5 is nothing but your payment. So you all know in your journal entry you will be having on your credit cash, bank or petty cash in case of payment. So if any entry is involved with cash, bank or petty cash in your credit, it will be, those entries will be entered under your payment. So this is with your payment, and you have to know this cash purchase. The entry for your cash purchase is purchase account data to cash, but that entry will not be coming under this payment. It will be entered in purchase only. So you have to have this in mind. And next we are passing on to F6, that is your receipts. So in your receipt, you will be entering all your cash, bank or petty cash receipts. So for the journal entry will be like you will be having cash, bank or petty cash on your debit. So if any entry is involving with cash, bank or petty cash on your debit, it will be coming under this receipts except your cash sales. So the entry for your cash sales is cash account data to sales account. So that entry will not be coming under this receipts. And next you have this F7. F7 is for your journal. So if any entry is involving without cash, bank or petty cash, both on your debit as well as your credit, such entries will be entered under this journal. So you have to have this in mind. So the shortcut is F7, and the entries which are not involving with cash, bank and petty cash, both on your debit as well as your credit will be entered here. And next we are passing on to sales, F8. F8 is for your sales. So the entries which are involving with your sales, both cash sales as well as your credit sales will be entered under this sales. And next you have this F9, that is your purchase. So the entries, both your cash as well as your credit purchase will be coming here. So when we start with basic journal entries, we will not be having such columns like your quantity, rate per unit and amount. So in such a case, what you have to do is, see on your right hand side at the bottom you have an option called as vouchers. So if you click this as vouchers, you will be getting this simple entry screen. So I hope this is clear for everybody. So now I am going to pass on to the next. So first, let me start with creation. That is, when we start a company or a business, you will be starting with cash. So let us have the first entry as started business with cash. So what is the entry is for started business with cash? Cash account data to capital account. So cash is on your debit. So already I've said you, when cash, bank or petty cash appears on your debit, you have to make the the entries in receipts F6. So let me make the entry now. So before making the entry here, you all know that we have to create our ledger. So in case of tally, we have to create our ledger first and then we have to create our journal. So I have not created my ledger. In case if I want to create my ledger, where should I create my ledger? See, in gateway of tally, in under masters you have this accounts info. In accounts info you have an option called as ledgers. So in ledger I have to create. So before creating, let me show display my ledger. So these this cash as well as profit and loss account, both are the default ledgers. So these default ledgers will be already present inside tally. So you need not create this these both in ledgers. So for exiting the screen you have to give escape and you have to exit. So I am escaping. Now I am going to create my ledger. So in order to create my ledger, I am going into my ledger screen and see here. So what was my first entry? Started business with cash. So I said the entry is cash account data to capital account. So let me create my capital account. So capital account, under capital. Okay, so you are having this groups also as well, so you have to create like this. So this capital account will be coming under the head capital. So capital account, under capital account I have created this. Now I am escaping and I am going back to my voucher screen, accounting vouchers. So this was my first entry, started with business with cash. So 2 is on top. Okay, so credit is on top, so I am giving here as capital. So let us have the amount of capital as 10 lakhs by cash. Hope this entry is clear for everybody. So I am just entering and I am just accepting. So the entry for the day is over. So let me have my second entry as cash purchase. So as usual, you have to create your ledger only under that accounts info ledger. But I have not created and I don't want to waste time. So what I am doing is, from this screen itself I am giving as Alt C. If I give Alt C, my ledger creation screen will be opened. So I am opening it and I am creating my purchase now. Purchase account, under purchase. So here you can give us no and we are just passing on like that. So for purchase we'll have as 5 lakhs. Because 2 is on top. Already I've said you, we have to create this purchase under this purchase screen, that is F9. So here you see, already I said we are going to create only basic entries now. So initially we have to create only the basic entries. So this quantity, rate per unit, amount, it is not essential. So on your right side bottom you have this as vouchers. So I am just clicking this as vouchers. So I am getting this simple screen. So on second I am making my purchase. So what's the entry for cash purchase? Purchase account data to cash account. So 2 is on top, I am giving cash. I set the amount as 5 lakhs. So purchase. So this entry is over and on the next day we'll just have so Alt F2. So we can just check out for the period and I'm just giving the entry as purchase again, but this purchase is not cash purchase, it is credit purchase. So just see here, in case of credit purchase we'll be having our creditors, sundry creditors. So we have to create the sundry creditors, and I'm just giving my the name of my sundry creditor as X Limited. So sundry creditors, X Limited under sundry creditors. I'm just creating only simple entries. So I'm giving no for maintain balance bill by bill. Inventory values are affected. For all the things I'm giving no. And I'm accepting the entry. So you see X Limited, you have this, and next I'll be just giving as, I'll be giving the amount. So I'll just give as 6 lakhs here. Sorry, I've given as 60 lakhs. I have to delete 1 0. I'm giving as 6 lakhs. So purchases. So purchases to X Limited. So this entry is over. So next let us pass on to some payment entry. Okay, so salary paid, we'll have like salary paid. So for you have to make the entry under F5. Okay, payment. So I'm giving the date as 2/4. So what's my entry? For example, salary paid, salary account data to cash account. So I have to create my salary. Under indirect expenses, I am creating my salary under indirect expenses and I am passing on. So my salary is 10,000 to cash. So this entry is also over. So we have this contra. Let me help you in creating this contra entry. For example, withdrew cash from bank. Withdrew cash from bank for office use. So withdrew cash from bank for office use. What's your entry, girls? Cash account data to bank account. So we are going to make the entry cash account data. We'll just have a 50,000 to bank account. So I have to create my bank. Alt C, bank account, under bank. So I am accepting the entry and I am just moving on, and we have the next entry. So this contra is over. So purchase is also I have taught you. So the next one is sales. So for creating this sales, I have already said you as vouchers you have to click and you have to take the screen. So sales, that is we can have our data's name as Y Limited. So I am creating my data Y Limited under sundry datas. Here I have to give no and I am just accepting the entry, and I am making the sale for 5 lakhs. Two sales, I have to create my sales also. So sales under sales account. Here also I have to give no and I'll be just accepting. So it's over. So in case of credit sales also we have to give the same the entry in the same way. So now you see we can just have a view of it. In order to view it, you have to go into this display. In display you have to enter into this trial balance and you can see your trial balance has got tallied, so you don't have any problem with this. And if you want to view the entries, you have to go into this day books. So into this, when you go into this day books, you can just see this. See, I have made all these entries, so you can just view all the entries here in your day books. So in case if you want to alter any of your entry, you can just click enter on that entry. After clicking enter on the entry, you can just make the corrections there. You can make the changes there. So you don't have any problem here too. And in case if you want to see your balance sheet, means see here in your gateway of Tally, you have an option called as balance sheet. So you can just go inside the balance sheet and you can just have a view of it. And also you have this profit and loss account. So I hope this voucher creation is clear for you. Thank you. Let's meet in the next module.